Hiya, I'm Kelvin, a designer at WebBar. In this video, I'm going to walk you through our video call UI kit. This is a Figma file available to the Figma community and gives your design team a set of components and layouts that are useful when crafting your own video call experiences. It's the design companion for our browser SDK, which you can learn more about within the design file, but is created with all teams in mind. You don't need to be a customer to benefit from this kit. So in the community section in Figma, you have access to a range of resources. If you haven't explored this yet, you really should. There are files and plugins that have saved me enormous time and helped me unlock more value sooner. Hopefully, a new one for you will be the video call UI kit. To find it, I'm going to type exactly that in the search bar. And there it is, Video Call UI Kit by WebBar. If you select that, you'll see a short snippet about the design file and a preview of the pages within. I'm going to go ahead and open this file and we can take a closer look at what's inside. You can see down the left-hand navigation, the file is split into various pages. And on the right-hand side, we have some styles that have been set up as a foundation. Before we dive into that, let's continue through the pages. The next page in the list is the welcome page. We've covered the high-level information already, but there's a few links included here. One is to our Discord community, a place where both designers and developers share thoughts, solutions, and their work together. Another links to our developer documentation. And the third is a really handy plugin that's useful for finding stock imagery. The next page is the changelog, which documents any updates. It's important that you're up to speed with how the design file evolves, especially with any component updates that may affect your end screens. The page name foundation is set up like a mini design system. We've covered the fundamentals, which includes typography, color, icons, but we've also added stock imagery because we find a reusable set super valuable when designing. If we dive into each for a moment, the typography scale covers core product-related use cases. You can bake this into your existing font setup or override these with your own scale. The 5 styles are extra large, large, medium, small, and extra small, which range from 20 pixels to 12 pixels, each with a variety of font weights. If I add a text field somewhere, you'll see I can select from the styles that have been created. And if I want to customize them, I can simply edit the properties from the right-hand menu. Color is laid out in a similar structure. There's a brand color with light and dark variants, a neutral color with similar variants, a few feedback placeholders for you to update, and we've also included shadows, because, well, why not? As mentioned, we found a robust set of imagery really useful for designing, so we thought we'd include them here too. We've added a row of wireframe images, avatars, video cells for when participants have their cameras on, and a few images that resemble screen sharing scenarios. You can add or edit these properties the same way you would color or a font in the right-hand menu. I'll brush over the icons too, real quick. These are WebBar's icons and represent various features and functionality that we cater for within our products. Icons assist massively in our visual language, and this gives you a set to start with. But it's really easy to replace these with your own if you have an existing set to integrate. Having a good understanding of the foundation and making it your own will go a long way in shaping the components. You'll notice we've created the avatar, button, chat, menu, toolbar, and video cell components. The cards at the top house the actual components, whilst underneath that you'll find the relative building blocks and variants that make up each component. I won't go through them all as they follow the same format, but let's look at 2 more closely. If we look at the video cell, this represents a user in a session with an active camera. You can see it consists of an image, which is currently a wireframe from the stock that we set up. It has an element called display name in the bottom left and another called actions in the top right. If I select the video cell components, I can toggle these 2 elements on and off, which can represent various states or scenarios I need, like hovering, for example. But if I scroll down a touch, I can actually refine these and own the building blocks of the video cell. Let's make these more round and increase the padding, for example. And maybe I'll float the actions in the middle of the video cell as a hover state. Moving across to the toolbar, This surfaces the main features available to a user in a session. If you select the toolbar, you can see it's made up of controls, which have a few variants. We can hide the label, include a badge, or invert the control. Again, I'll go in and soften the edges to make these controls more round, and maybe instead of living at the bottom of an environment like most video call products, I want to position it on one of the sides. So I'll stack the component here. What we've done here is include screens that cater for common room layouts, and they're made from the components and foundation that we've gone through. There are use cases for 2 participants, 4 participants, and a handful of participants in a room. And for each, we've added a few layout options, including having the chat open and a screen share active. If we look a little closer, you'll see our toolbar is broken, and that's because earlier we stacked the toolbar component. So let's pick a screen and move that toolbar off to the left-hand side instead. You'll also see that the display name in the video cell has the rounded corners that we've refined, and if I toggle actions on, it should appear in the middle of the video cell. Seeing as we're creating a screen, let's give our participants names. And in the toolbar, let's remove screen share from this instance and add notification to the chat. And there we go, our first screen with the video call UI kit.